my penultimate blog for this class. It's, you may be wondering why there's been a drop in quality in the penultimate class when most people expect there to be an increase in quality. Well, that's because my camera, we used it all day today for filming our web series. Well, not all day, but like I just haven't charged it since this class started. Actually, it has really good battery life. But anyway, it's charging now. Basically, is why I'm not using it. So fortunately, we're gonna have to contend with lower quality. But it's okay because the content will make up for it. Hopefully. Um, Also, I'm not used to recording on my laptop, so I'm busy looking at myself instead of looking at the camera. It's kind of weird. Anyway, for today's blog, I'm going to be responding to the essay on fandom. And I'm the type of person who, when I read an article, or actually just mainly articles, or just, I'm the type of person who who will latch on to like a certain aspect of an article, and it'll stick with me. And I mean, I'll still read the rest of it, and I'll like, yeah, cool, fine. But like everything sort of falls to the wayside, and that happened in this article with regards to the um, explanation of how mm, like you basically how a lot of YouTubers, the gist of it is a lot of YouTubers come out as a response to like poor representation in the media, and a lot of marginalized a lot of marginalized groups in society make a lot of these different forms of media as a response to the lack of representation. Like an example that the reading gives is the media's structural blindness to women as readers, and how this caused many women to remake a lot of narratives to be a lot more inclusive to them, and appeal to them a lot more. Another more concrete example, or a more concrete example of this, was with Sex in the City, and in response, how the series, I think it was called Real Girls. I can check really quickly. Real Girls Guide, and how the one of the creators of this said he watched. I think he watched Sex in the City, and basically said that, well, there was no representation in the movies. It's about materialistic, stereotypical, wealthy white women who are very superficial, and the movies themselves aren't even good quality, according to him. I've never actually seen it. Um, and the few roles of that contain people of color, I think played by Jennifer Hudson, it had a very stereotypical role of like a secretary or an assistant, and this sort of was the spark that ignited the creative juices to start flowing, and led to the creation of Real Girls Guide, which was a lot more diverse, realistic, and just more relatable piece of production. And that's something I definitely see in many of the YouTube series that we come across, because what I struggled to explain in class today was that I think the difference between the things we see on YouTube, and the series we see on YouTube and the series we see on TV, are that the series we see on YouTube are coming from a place of accessibility, and they're a lot more relatable because a lot of them are as a result of misrepresentation and lack of representation in the mainstream media. And so that's why series such as The Misadventures of a Black Woman, is it what, I think that's what it's called, do so well on YouTube, because they appeal to people who feel they aren't being appealed to by the general media. And I think this is a trend which is surely going to continue. Many of the top YouTubers upcoming now are also of color or minorities, and so I think all of this basically ties into showing that YouTube is a lot more of a reactionary space in terms of content creation.